Class 8, Science, Chapter 7, Conservation of Plants and Animals. Animated Science, Introduction. Hello my dear friends, I am Master Panda and I have come all the way from the bamboo forest of China. Forest is our habitat, but it is in danger because man is recklessly cutting down trees. I have come to India to take you on a trip to Satpura National Park, which is the first reserve forest in India. There is going to be plenty of plants and animals out there. This is going to be an informative tour for you. In this trip, you will be learning about deforestation, its causes and its consequences. You will also learn how forest and wildlife can be conserved by setting up areas like biosphere reserves, wildlife sanctuaries, national parks, etc. You will also learn about migration and reforestation. So, friends, let's begin our wonderful journey to the great reserve forest of Satpura. Friends, deforestation is a major issue of concern. Let's find out what is deforestation and what are the causes of deforestation. Deforestation and its causes. The clearing of forests and using the land for other purposes is called deforestation. The forests are essential for the well-being and survival of mankind. Nowadays, the forests are being cut down recklessly for wood. Deforestation has become the major threat to these organisms in the forest. The causes for deforestation are using land for farming, building houses and factories, using wood as fuel or making furniture, paper, medicines, gum, etc. Do you know what are the natural causes of deforestation? The natural causes of deforestation are forest fires and droughts. Friends, deforestation can have some very serious consequences. Let's find out the consequences of deforestation. Consequences of deforestation. Deforestation disturbs the entire balance of the ecosystem in the nature. It has drastic effect on the temperature, pollution level, soil properties, etc. Some consequences of deforestation are mentioned below. Due to deforestation, there is an increase in the temperature and pollution level on the earth, which leads to less rainfall and droughts. There is an increase in the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, leading to global warming. There is a change in the properties of the soil like nutrient content, texture, water holding capacity, etc. Floods may occur due to a decrease in the water holding capacity of the soil. There is soil erosion and decrease in soil fertility leading to formation of deserts, which is also called desertification. Do you know why does an increase in the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere lead to global warming? During the process of photosynthesis, plants need carbon dioxide. Lesser trees would mean that less carbon dioxide will be used up, resulting in its increased amount in the atmosphere. Do you know soil erosion leads to desertification? Due to soil erosion, the top fertile layer of the soil gets removed and the lower, hard, rocky layer of the soil is exposed. This layer of the soil is infertile as it has very less humus. Hence, due to soil erosion, the land gets converted into deserts, and this process of conversion of fertile land to a desert due to soil erosion is called desertification. Friends, too many serious consequences of deforestation. You all must conserve your forests and wildlife. The government lays down rules, methods and policies to protect and conserve them. Let's find out what are the steps taken by your government to conserve the precious forests and wildlife. Conservation of forests and wildlife. Forests and wildlife can be conserved by setting up areas like biosphere reserves, wildlife sanctuaries, national parks, etc. Biosphere reserves. These are large areas of protected land for conservation of biodiversity and the traditional life of the tribals living there. Example, the Pachmari Biosphere Reserve consists of a national park called Satpura and two wildlife sanctuaries called Bori and Pachmari. National parks. These are areas reserved for wildlife where they can freely use the habitats and natural resources. Example, Satpura National Park is the first reserve forest in India. Wildlife sanctuaries. These are areas where animals are protected from any disturbance to them or their habitat. Example, Gir Wildlife Sanctuary in Gujarat, Jim Corbett Wildlife Sanctuary in Dehradun, etc. Friends, do you know what is biodiversity and what does the flora and fauna of a place mean? Biodiversity. This is the variety of plants, animals and microorganisms found in the area. Biodiversity is not just how many animals and plants are there, but the different kinds of animals and plants there are. Each different habitat, from rainforests to deserts, to grasslands to polar regions, each has different kinds of animals, plants, fungus, etc. Flora and fauna. The plants and animals found in a particular area are termed flora and fauna of that area. Flora. These are the plants found in a particular area. The flora of Pachmari consists of sal, teak, wild mango, jamun, silver ferns, etc. Fauna. These are the animals found in a particular area. The fauna of Pachmari consists of wild dog, cheetal, wolf, leopard, blue bull, barking deer, etc. Do you know what is an ecosystem? An ecosystem consists of all the plants, animals and microorganisms living in an area along with the non-living components like climate, water, soil, etc. Friends, we pandas are the endemic species of China. Do you know what does the term endemic species mean? Endemic species. Endemic species are those species of plants and animals which are found exclusively in a particular area. They are not naturally found anywhere else. A particular type of animal or plant may be endemic to a zone, a state or a country. Sal and wild mango are two examples of the endemic flora of the Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. Bison, Indian giant squirrel and flying squirrel are endemic fauna of the Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. The destruction of their habitat, increasing population and introduction of new species may affect the natural habitat of endemic species and endanger their existence. Friends, we pandas are considered as the endangered animals of China. In India, tigers, lions, leopards and many other animals are being considered as the endangered animals. If you don't help them and save them, they will also become extinct, which means they will be wiped off from the earth. Let's find out what endangered animals are. Endangered animals. Endangered animals are those animals whose numbers are diminishing and might face extinction. Example: tiger is one of the many animals which are slowly diminishing. To protect the tigers in India, the government launched the Project Tiger to ensure the survival of tiger population. Dinosaurs have already become extinct. Do you know what are red data books? Red data books are books which keep a record of all endangered plants and animals. Friends, many animals move from place to place in search of food, to protect themselves from the climatic conditions of a place or for breeding. Let's find out what is migration. Migration. Migration is the movement of animals from its own habitat to some other habitat for a particular time period every year due to climatic changes or for breeding. The way human beings move from their hometown to another city in search of livelihood, animals also move from one place to other in search of food. This phenomenon is called migration. Migratory birds fly to far away areas every year during a particular time because of climatic changes. They fly for laying eggs as the weather in their natural habitat becomes very cold and inhospitable. You will be amazed to know that Siberian cranes travel about 4,000 kilometers from Siberia to India every year in winter season. Some species of fish and tortoise also migrate thousands of kilometers to lay their eggs. Friends, you as students should take a step forward in saving trees. Let's find out how you can save trees. Save paper, save trees. Recycling of paper. Paper can be recycled 5 to 7 times for use. If each one saves at least one sheet of paper in a day, we can save many trees in a year. We should save, reuse used paper and recycle it. By this, we not only save trees, but also save energy and water needed for manufacturing paper. Moreover, the amount of harmful chemicals used in paper making will also be reduced. In India, we have some method of paper recycling by way of rag pickers and dealers of old and waste items. You may have observed your parents selling old newspapers to the kabadiwala. They sell them to shopkeepers and paper bag manufacturers. Some of the papers land in paper manufacturing plants for recycling. Friends, you all can also plant trees. Reforestation is done on a large scale by the Government of India. Let's find out what is reforestation. Reforestation is restocking of the destroyed forests by planting new trees. The planted trees should generally be of the same species which were found in that forest. We should plant at least as many trees as we cut. Reforestation can take place naturally also. If the deforested area is left undisturbed, it re-establishes itself. In natural reforestation, there is no role of human beings. We have already made a tremendous damage to our forests. If we have to retain our green wealth for generations, plantation of more trees is the only option. Friends, a question for you now. What does a seal say to a man trying to kill it? Be kind to animals. Do not kill them, please. Bye-bye.